Mother hubbers. I can't say anything for 30 seconds. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that stream last night. I was kind of having fun. I had fun. I really like the game, actually. I'm glad that I bought it. Honestly, I didn't think I would like it, but you know, it's good. It's a good game. Honestly, it's a good game. But yeah, hold on. I gotta tell my friend. Alright, yeah. Yep. We are live. I still have a little bit of corona. Oh, it was stale. Oh my god. Oh my god. Never do that again. I'm throwing this out. I'm back, motherfuckers. See my friends. That tastes horrible. I'm not gonna lie. It was gross as shit. The grossest shit. Okay, well, that's what I get. Okay. If you don't know what happened last time, please go look at the other stream and catch up. So you don't, Because every decision that I made in this game is going to affect the gameplay in the next game. So every decision that I made is going to lead up to the big decisions that come in later. So, I mean, if you don't care, you don't care. Tim the Tapman, Nick Mertz. Oh, I do want to go over. I don't want to put this in a separate stream or whatever. It's stupid as shit. Looks like FaZe Bluey. Who the fuck that? I don't even know what her name was trying to be. She left. I think she left. We're gonna watch it for like 5 seconds.
Holy heck, what's up, peeps? Welcome back to the channel. I'm freaking tired, man. Tired of this drama, tired of this beef, but today we're breaking down the full video and the meetup between FaZe Grace, or Grace Van Deen, and FaZe Rain. And a lot of people on both sides of this
and it didn't go well.
So far, so much further than I think anyone would have thought. When the FaZe Clan first signed Grace, did any of you guys think we would now be here? Last night we broke down FaZe Clan making their statement as they have now sided with Grace on the mistreatment, quote unquote, the treatment of Grace by Rain and by the community after her signing. I'm sure Rain is probably drumming up a response on all of this, but his previous video had the two meeting up seemingly to solve the drama, to kind of just, crush the beef, get over it. Unfortunately, that's not how it went. So we're going to break down step by step how this video went, and of course the aftermath of Grace's response, threatening to leave FaZe Clan, and ask all of you, where do you stand on the current drama between FaZe Rain and Grace Van Deen? And so to kick things off and summarize as short as possible, the two meet up, and seemingly Grace blaming Rain for the hate that has been directed towards her because of Rain's comments.
I would have said the same thing. Doesn't matter.
Which is because
right?
there's no
Could've
face
been a guy,
for the
could've been a
people
girl,
that you hate. Because there's no face,
It's
there's
harder.
no logo.
Yeah.
Because there's no face, your fans see that and they see my face and they're like, okay, well we'll direct all our hate that he has at her.
But this is my thing. They already knew what my position at FaZe was. I was exposing everything from numbers.
But they didn't have a
records.
face to hate.
For sure, but like, why would they even put you in that position? Why would they put you in a position knowing what would happen? You think they
I
thought
don't know,
there's
but-
not 1% chance that they thought it was going to go well
But
for you,
it's
but they
still
did it
not
anyway.
deserved of me.
For sure, but that's why I said it's never about you. If you watch my original video, I said,
But I'm getting death threats and people have found my number.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know how they found my number.
that's something obviously I don't want, and I never directed hate towards. The only reason I said what I said was because of the kitchen.
And that's understandable because no matter what, yes, she was going to get hate for her signing because she doesn't necessarily mesh perfectly with the FaZe Clan brand. That was bound to happen, but it's hard to argue against that she didn't get more hate because of the comments that Rain made. And then Rain tries to argue that, okay, you were going to get hate regardless because you're joining FaZe Clan and, you know, you don't necessarily fit the image correctly. That was his counter argument. Then the two seem to be getting along, and actually Rain brings this up several times, whether on Discord, sharing pictures of their dogs, the messages between the two, the laughing back and forth. It was probably a little uncomfortable, but for a while during this video, it seemed like the two were actually going to make up. You know, Rain was going to apologize again in person, and things were going to be okay.
That way, but whatever. Kids shock value to say crazy things. That's why I never trip on kids. Like, they don't know what to do. They're gonna grow up and not be that way for the most part. Some might be fucking trolls forever, but generally I've seen so many kids, like, you probably said crazy things too when we were 13. We all did. All the COD kids, like,
Yeah, which is
so
why
that's why.
I'm used to the comments like you made.
Yeah,
I
like-
think I just wasn't prepared for joining an org and one of the founders of the org giving me the same reaction that I get in gaming.
But also know
Like,
that
I
that
wasn't
never
expecting
came
that.
before you asked for it. I was being so polite. I
You
swear to
shouldn't
God.
troll me in a more creative way. Why are
I
you
wasn't
using
trying to
20
Why was she trying to make it 2013? What the what?
But like, I didn't even say anything. I mean, other than laughing, but in the beginning, in the first one, I said nothing bad. I kept
But
saying
when
you're a
I
wholesome
asked for
person.
the roast,
You're
why
nice.
did you do it in
The Among Us
a
thing I
way?
trolled. Tumblr thing I
Yeah.
trolled. But that's fun.
And this even led to the OD comment that Grace made mentioning Rain's OD over 2 years ago and him saying that he didn't really care about it, the comment that she made. So, you know, Grace was offended by the sexist remarks, or the remarks that he said that, you know, he would not let her touch him even in his drunkest night, calling her excruciatingly mid. She was offended by that. Rain made it clear that he was not offended by the comments that she brought up about the OD, and they go back and forth about that for a while.
I came
Well,
after
you
you
can
in a
take it
totally
however you-
different wrong way.
Yeah. And I don't care about that because I realize, like, you didn't say anything bad. You said I'm proud of you. Like, who cares? Like, I'm not.
And I
tripping.
am. I also talked in the video about how my mom is
Yeah, I
into
heard that.
drugs. My dad is 28 years sober, and he hates your guts right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
But he also
No, I just never took it that way. You know, I was in like a wheelchair for 2 years and I got hurt a lot. Like, I promise you, no pussy on your neck can hurt my feelings. It's actually impossible. Like,
Then kind of an odd part during this video, and some people, yeah, this is definitely
This
not
is-
something
yeah,
that
this-
tweet out,
that was
especially at a
weird.
Younger age, but Grace brings up, and they had like a $10 million bet about FaZe Rain and what he tweeted 10 years ago, and it's very bad. Keep in mind, it's back from 2013. I'm not sure why this had to be brought up, but it was, and we'll get back on this in a second.
Bro, she did her research on him. Like, what? I don't understand. She did her research on him, or whatever she found. What? That's so weird. My skin's peeling.
Grace brings up some sexist/misogynistic things. She's kind of trying to say that a lot of FaZe Clan members have embodied that. And then they talk about a $10 million bet that Rain has never said the R word, the hard R word. And she pulls up a tweet from 2013 where he said he would R word Emma Watson. And he didn't believe it was real, but it was real. And this was from 10 years ago. I'm not sure why this was part of the video, but Grace brought it up, and then she made a video about it as well. To which, rightfully so, Rain was like, whoa, that's bad. You know, he admits that he said those kind of things back in the day, and it certainly was bad. Don't get me wrong. You shouldn't be tweeting that kind of stuff.
Nah,
I mean,
you
from
shouldn't.
my perspective, you know, it's 2023. You know, so that's something he said when he was a kid that should not be said. It just felt a little out of place for this video.
there have been, like, I know that maybe things have upgraded and changed a bit, but since the beginning, you guys make pretty sexist comments, pretty degrading comments.
Example.
Example, I mean, I've seen your tweets where you're joking about.
Okay, I have to pause here because I have to say something. She's about to pull out a terrible tweet of mine from 2013. That was bad. And there's probably even worse tweets out there, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've deleted a lot of them, but I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I tweeted that. You were there back in the community.
Tweet.
I don't know if you guys want to demonize me for the tweet. It was me responding to Tensor, and I said the R word, and I said it about Emma Watson for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I did. I don't even know Emma Watson like that. He must have like loved Emma Watson. I just responded with some crazy troll shit. So I'm just saying, I'm being honest about what I tweeted because I don't want him to try to use it against me, make it seem like I'm something I'm not. I don't even know why I'm like over defending a 2013 tweet. But
And then it seems, and this is just my perspective on the video, Rain apologized on Twitter, and he apologized in person. It felt like Grace was looking for a specific apology of him saying, hey, what I did was wrong. I am sorry for doing it. As opposed to just saying, hey, sorry all of this happened to you. It just felt like she was waiting for the correct apology and the right wording of Rain sorry, as opposed to him just saying sorry that all this happened, you know? If that makes sense.
Yeah, that does.
It felt like
Yeah.
throughout this video as it slowly progressed towards the end and then just got completely out of hand where the two very clearly were not going to agree. And it also feels like you have Rain, who's not going to be offended by anything because he grew up in this community that, you know, has said some pretty brash and crazy things, and he was very, you know, kind of just chilled about everything she had to say, as opposed to Grace was really stuck on the things that he had said and wasn't going to move on until he properly said his sorries. And then it got very emotional, and Rain was talking about it, and it led to her tearing up and getting very emotional about this. And I'm not sure why FaZe Clan had a cameraman recording this. I would assume that if the two met up and actually agreed and got over their beef, that this was going to become a FaZe Clan video.
What
of some
the?
sort. But then she
That
threatens
was
to
weird.
leave FaZe Clan and walks out, and the two did not make up. And there was a theory out there that this was acting. This seems to be very real. Then after all of this, and amidst people reviewing this video as it just went live, FaZe Clan made their statement, siding with Grace after all of this and her...
If this was acting, I don't think Rain would want to have this flack on his shit. Like, it's not good flack. This is not good public stunt.
treatment, again splitting the community as Rain responded to that. And you do still see a lot of people on both sides, people siding with Grace because somehow all of this has happened to her, which is awful, and then people still siding with Rain because what the heck is happening to FaZe Clan throughout all of this. And then very lastly for all of you, we have Grace tweeting out a video. The video focuses on the tweet that she found of FaZe Rain back in 2013 involving the hard R word. So she just made that a whole video, which I'm not going to play for you guys. I don't want to play that word here. But at the end of that video, she then pops up a phrase saying that if you want to, if you want to change the fruits, you have to change your roots. And people thinking, okay, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Does that mean you want to change the sentiment inside FaZe Clan? Does that mean you want to change the people inside FaZe Clan? People are...
What is she, the messiah of FaZe Clan? I'm sorry to say this, but she is not the messiah of FaZe Clan. She will never be the messiah of FaZe Clan. No one is the messiah to FaZe Clan until something happens. What they say, quote unquote, the corporate gets the fuck out. Until then, there is no messiah fixing this shit. It's Banks, Apex, Rain, Temper, and maybe even Seabass. But Seabass is on the corporate side, as usual. But Seabass has to listen to shit. But the original, Rain, Banks, Apex, maybe Tico, he was there. He was there longer than Lee. He was there longer than most of the fuckers that are in the corporate. And yeah. I wonder where the original Temper 2, the original motherfucker, the guy who made FaZe Clan, unless he was just the guy that made FaZe Clan, he needs to get his shit into high gear too.
We're going to take it that way. I don't know what is meant by this.
Maybe Swan should get into this shit too.
FaZe Clan and how they are viewed, you got to change the people inside it, maybe the OG members. I think she just means she she wants to change what is FaZe Clan. I don't think she meant it that seriously, but I don't know. After everything that's going on, I simply don't know.
I want to stop sexism in the gaming industry.
Okay, but I mean, do you feel what I said was necessarily sexist? I don't.
I do. You wouldn't have said it
That's
if I was
crazy.
a guy.
I mean, guys call guys ugly as fuck all the fucking time.
You wouldn't have said that you wouldn't let me touch you on your drunk tonight.
Well, guys have different. You just say different. If I was,
Like, I don't even know where this conversation is going right now. It's just so random. So it's
but I'm a
From
straight
me.
male. If I
That
was a
isn't
gay
me.
male, would say something about that. It's not about sexism. It's just about what your preference is as a man. For me personally.
dude, it got weird at this point. They just started talking about weird stuff. Ignore that part.
Like, I mean, you can see it how you want to see it. Obviously, that's a whole different conversation. But again, I meant no sexism and I had no intention to hurt your feelings, and that's why I felt really bad. People think it's because of backlash. I don't give a fuck. I didn't even see any, to be honest. Because I didn't check the other stuff. I only saw my interactions. I didn't really see backlash, to be honest.
I mean, there was intention to hurt my feelings.
No, there wasn't. There was. You asked for a barbecue, and I delivered. That's George Floyd.
And that's still hurting my feelings.
Yeah, I know. And I understand that, and that's why I apologize. So,
But
do
you
you want me to...
just said that you knew that was too far and that you should have.
Yeah, I know,
and
but
that
the
was
video
didn't
didn't
hit.
hit, whatever. I understand. That's why I apologize. I don't know what else you would want.
Please, somebody do like an apology count of how many times I've apologized to you already for the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Please, including the one on Twitter too. Don't leave that one out.
Want me to do? Do you want me to be demonized as a horrible human for calling you mid that I went to that was my drunkest night? Like, what do you want? You want me to forever just like, who gives a fuck? Because if it's like you want to super victimize yourself with that, okay, then I guess I'm hurt. How dare you? How dare you bring up the worst time of my life? I'm fucking hurt. How dare you? It's like, what are we talking about? I'm fucking hurt.
Yeah, that makes sense. She leaves.
And
Yeah.
that's where we are. I have to imagine FaZe Rain is going to make a response video to FaZe Clan's statement about all of this, and it's just become so, I mean, overdrawn, overblown, and that's why some people thought this was all fake, because who knows? It's just like how it got this serious, and I don't know why it took FaZe Clan 48 hours to respond to all of this. I'm glad they responded to begin with, but I mean, that's just going to piss people off all the more when you side with a new signee compared to an OG person, despite that OG person being the same person going after FaZe Clan and their upper management. It is an absolute crap show. That's what it is. And that's all I can really describe FaZe Clan right now. It is literally, it's on fire, and I don't know what is going on. So what do you guys think about all of this? And it's also so divisive and so polarizing. There seems to be no one on the internet that can just be right in the middle going, okay, I don't agree with everything Rain said, I don't agree with everything Grace said, and I don't agree with the way that FaZe Clan is handling all of this. Straight up. This is a nightmare situation. I've never seen anything like it. So have a good rest of your morning, okay?
Yeah, I already made a video about this, but holy shit, like, what? I get it. She is heartbroken by that sexist comment. And I'm not trying to put words in her mouth, but she told us that she gets that all the day. She gets it all the day. And she knows it. She got it. She gets it before signing on FaZe. But the thing is, Rain, what's the difference? He's just another quote-unquote troll that you called him. Right in front of his face. Right in front of his face. A troll's not a good name. That's not a positive name. Never was a positive name. The story of a troll is a person who lives under a bridge and is ugly and shitty and is a fucking asshole. She just circumvented that into the conversation and doesn't have to apologize. And yes, Rain said that sexist comment. Okay, but like, I don't think it was supposed to mean like you are so ugly that no one's gonna want you. She probably has a boyfriend on the side. She has probably so many people in her DMs. Why is she focusing on that? And that's where the point of lying between the line of why are you taking it so seriously, but then also saying that you get it every day and that you're a shield. And this is a different environment. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about. How, oh, I never said anything bad. And okay, Mrs. Goody Two Shoes, I guess you've never really seen the world of the world. This is the world. There's so much fucked up shit in this world. there's people that kill other people because of their skin color still. And if you want to say no, they don't, then you're just living in a fantasy. This ain't no utopia. This will never be a utopia. Unless you take my advice, restart the whole world, kill everyone, and start from scratch. But that's even worse. Like, I get it. She's offended that she was called ugly. But being called ugly should not be the biggest thing of your bane of existence. If you crumble that easily, how? How are you gonna do that? Rain lived in the Modern Warfare 2 days, whatever days and whatever. There was real assholes on Call of Duty. And she never played Call of Duty, aka, like, she never got the experience of, like, people calling her the F word, the sandwich maker, whatever these sexist terms that she should have gotten in the Call of Duty days, she never did, because she played on her own. She played probably single player. She played Super Mario shit. No one talks shit on that, unless you really find the weirdo that talks shit on a kids game. But that's it. That is it. There is no other reason why she should be pissed about that. It's two people at the same age lived in a different environment. Psychology knows that. I went to psychology class. I know the psychology. You live in a different environment, you're going to experience different shit. You're going to be an individual with different experience. Every person on this world is not the same book. We're not the same book. We're not robots. We're not the same. And that is why you have to get over to the point of they just aren't on the same eye level. And they have to agree on that. And they have to disagree. They have to agree on the disagree. That's what I want to say. Like, it's fucked up that she never went through that Rain went through the world of being hated on. I did too. Personal experience, I talk on Call of Duty, I either get called bad shit. But I don't let that take me down. It did when it first happened. But then I learned to grow and take care of that. I learned from that situation. And yes, I have become an asshole. More of an... No, are you ready? No, I'm not ready for premium. Get the fuck out of here. I have grown up from that. In 2012, when Blackops 2 days, to other days, I got called Squeaker. I got called a fucker. All the names under the book. And yes, she didn't. She didn't get scrutinized because she either played with a dad and never had that as grown up. It's just two different environments. And when two different environments clash, they don't go together, unfortunately. And that's how life is. Two lifestyles sometimes don't equal out. They just don't. She was really stretching it with a tweet. Like 2013, yes, I bet she never made a bad comment because she just wasn't. And also, this is gender differences. There's so much difference. He's a guy, she's a girl. Stereotypically, the guy's not going to feel much. The girl is. And that's not a sexist comment. Fuck you. It's just how the life is. That's how human worked. That is how human evolution has gone to. We're at a evolutionary point of the girls are like in a certain category and the guys are in a different category. This won't end well. If Rain was fighting with another guy, I think it would have been over by then. By before they would have had to meet. If it was girl versus girl, maybe. I don't know. It's so hard. Because they are different ideologies right there. Different experiences. All the cards are against them. Literally all the cards are against them. Every single card is against them. There's no right or wrong to them. It's just how fucked up are you? And it looks like Grace isn't as fucked up as Rain. I mean, Rain is Rain. He's been on the internet. Maybe she hasn't been on the internet. It's like she was on the goody two-shoe side of the internet. My mom is on the goody two-shoe side of the internet. When she dives into the shitty fucking murder, whatever, blah, 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 she faults. She opposes that. She fucking hates that side. But there is that side. If you don't look at that side, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's still there, whether you don't look at it or you look at it. That's the problem. I don't know. What I'm gonna do is cut this into the section. I cut this into a section, so I didn't want to make another stream and have this video be like this. So what I'm gonna do is, when I post this on YouTube, it's going to be 2 videos. Twitch, it's just going to be 1. I'm going to go straight forward. I'm just going to ram it through. So what I'm going to do is just have it be like 2 videos on YouTube. And then 1 video on Twitch, unfortunately. You're going to have to watch. If you're watching this later on, and this is a past podcast, skip to like probably like 35 minute mark. I gotta go do something. But, yeah, I'll be back. So I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna take off the video cam. When the video cam comes back on, I am officially back to playing. I just don't want to just end the stream. You're gonna hear me groan and moan as I'm making my bed.